Black Mind Games podcast. Josh, hold me.
Like how?
I just need to be held.
Just hold you on your shoulder.
Not in a violent way.
Just hold you on your shoulder.
But like, holy fucking shit, dude. This week has been fucking mental.
Yeah, there's a lot of twists and turns. A lot of multi-track drifting.
We had all of the fun news. So normally how the episode topic goes is normally that Josh doesn't post jack fucking shit for like 8 months.
Yeah.
And then right before the show he goes, "Oh, I should post that," and posts all of the things he did this week. And how it goes for me is that every single time I see an interesting topic, I post in the top list because I'll read it on the show or look into it and figure it out. Show comes out Thursday. We started posting stuff in the topic list on the 16th because on the 15th, everything was worrying about the Trump assassination.
Yeah.
Woohoo. 16th, we were talking about bullshit with fans. Then Tenacious D happened.
Yep.
Then we had the Halo. Then we had the Deadpool controller, and I was like, okay, that's a good list for the show. That's fantastic. There's nothing else that really we need to talk about. The Halo TV show ended up dead. NetherRealm ended up laying off people, and then CrowdStrike killed half the internet.
What a fucking week.
Blizzard is no longer affected by DEI, so we got a cute character and armor that shows tits in Diablo 4.
Well, we got boobies.
And then, because this week hasn't been crazy enough, we had the movie plot of the century, which is probably going to be made into a movie. Let's be honest. We want that. We want this. This is needed. We need this. America, we really need this. Neo University launches an investigation into historian of Nihon professor Thomas Lockley, who deleted his entire social media account after making up bullshit about a character, and Ubisoft put that character into their game. Who could have guessed?
It turns out you have to double check the professional and see if it's actually correct.
Yep.
There was another thing that happened. Oh, maybe it was another unit what's like not Far Cry. Forget. No, you know what? Never mind. I forget. But it was definitely another situation of like they thought they phoned a professional and got their info and then got all of their stuff in order and did the thing. And then afterwards you realize, oh, that guy was a quack. That of that was not real in the slightest. Like,
and then we had Joe Biden, who I think we're going to start the podcast with. Josh, Joe Biden is out. He is gone. He is no more.
But someone else replaced him.
They're replacing him with somebody. It's obvious now at this point that this should have happened a long time ago.
Shoulda.
And oh right, I played 2 games this week too. That's good. We're gonna be here for like 8 hours, Josh. No sleep for you, motherfucker. But Joe Biden's out. He is gone. He's no more.
Yep.
Hopefully he ends up taking the rest of the presidency to kind of just wheel himself into the quarter room and do nothing. And with the state of the country, this was needed a long time ago, and I hope the best for him and his family.
Yep. Let him have a happy retirement.
Yeah. That said, I should probably. Oh, good. They're not going. Let's talk about the other fun thing that happened. NetherRealms is dead. Or NetherRealms got laid off. Which is bad because that means no more Mortal Kombat games.
Man, not a... Damn it.
We went 2 weeks without a layoff.
Man, I thought we were doing so good.
Layoff closing mobile division and Mortal Kombat Onslaught. I mean, that makes sense. WB needs to make money. What's the cheapest way? Lay off a bunch of people. And if your game's not being successful, move on. And the Halo TV show is dead. Which might be the best news of the week. Because holy fucking shit, that show needed to die. It was...
I've heard a lot of things about that.
You've heard me bitch about that show. You and me will talk about that show, and you'll be like, "What's going on, Jeff?" And I'll be like, "I hate this show," and you'll be like, "Okay." Yep. And then I'll rant about it for like a good hour, and you'll be like, "Why are you watching this?" And I'll be like, "I don't know." And you'll be like, "You should stop," and I'll be like, "No." And then I continue ranting about it, and that's kind of what happens.
Rant, and I go, maybe you should stop. Rant.
It's such a bad show, and I really am glad that it's over. I don't have to deal with it. It's done. I can just blame Josh for everything. I can just pretend it's a fever dream and it doesn't exist. Because that show was like so... How do I put this? It was so close to being good, and then the writing was just shit. It was Halo written by your wife. It was Halo written by somebody who didn't understand what Halo was.
I see.
And, like, I realize when I say, like, it was Halo written by your wife, that's kind of offensive. But it was Halo written by somebody who never played the games before, never read the books before, never did anything of the sort. And it's like, maybe if they did that, I would care. But I don't.
Maybe they did some light Googling and are like, oh, that's what the Halo guy looks like? Okay.
Yeah, they were like...
Is that the Mr. Halo I need to worry about? Okay.
It was probably worse than that. They were probably like, oh, John Halo, we'll make him the character. And then 343 was like, his name is Master Chief. And they were like, oh, his name's Master Chief? Okay.
You mean John Halo?
John Halo's Master Chief?
You mean John Halo? You mean John Halo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been great. I hate everything.
I hate absolutely everything. But the one thing I hate a little less. What do I hate a little less? Magic the Gathering, just a little, but I also hate it.
Magic the Gathering seems like as if it's going to be like
a train wreck.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like it's going to go down that slippery slope of like they're going to overprint like a motherfucker, or just alienate their audience so hard that they're going to have a hell of a time trying to come back again.
It feels like as if like they're doing the same thing that they're doing with D&D, where they're like, we don't give a shit anymore. And it's like, oh, that's cute. We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was obvious.
I mean, it's just this current release schedule is such a breakneck pace for them releasing stuff. It's like,
makes sense.
Like a good example is as of late, like, okay, so Bloom Barrow coming out within this week. There's a pre-release on Friday,
Okay.
and the weeks before, there was that Ubisoft. God, why do I keep blanking on the name?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. What? Man, I keep forgetting Assassin's Creed even exists. Wow.
You want to know the reason why you're probably forgetting it?
Why?
Because you're probably going. Well, Assassin's Creed. You're probably going, man. Assassin's Creed's been forgettable for like the past 4 years, 8 years, 10 years.
Literally, like every other time I hear about Assassin's Creed has just always been like, what setting is it this time? It's like it's set in I don't know, steampunk this time. You're like, all right.
Cool. I was really excited for Assassin's Creed, and then they were like, I was like, oh, I'll fall off and I'll come back to it eventually and blah blah blah. And now I'm just like, no.
I mean, I remember trying Assassin's Creed, the first one, on the original Xbox, just for an hour and a half of me just straight playing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And I just slowly over time was like, no, I feel nothing from this. And I could not tell you why.
I just remember Assassin's Creed 2 and that trilogy just being so good.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, this is really good. People should like this. And everyone going, oh, yeah, this is amazing. It's so great. I understand why this is so awesome. Herpa Muhammad Jihad. And then every single time we would always be like, yeah, this is great. And then that ended. And then the third one came out and it was just dead.
I mean,
and nobody gave a shit.
I mean, funny thing is at the time when Assassin's Creed could have came out with Assassin's Creed Japan and this current one that they're putting out, they probably would have brought back a big swing of people just to try out Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
God damn it. You're going to bring out Assassin's Creed Japan, and that probably would have brought back people earlier. Yeah. But because it's so goddamn late, it's like, oh, cool, don't care.
When I wanted an Assassin's Creed game, I don't want the stuff that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were going to talk about the Magic Gathering stuff.
Oh, we can touch on that too.
Yeah.
Because we can also fold in on Magic the Gathering shit that came out.
Okay. So Assassin's Creed is right now in the middle of the most cinematic plot the world has ever seen.
Really?
If this is not a fucking movie in 20 years, I will be amazed.
Huh? Is it because the Japan video game or?
Yeah.
Huh?
This is all because of one character.
Oh.
And the inability for this group of people to talk to the Japanese and actually do an actual faithful recreation and base it on what they've been doing in the past, which is they come up with a character. The character exists. The character is very unique, very interesting, and a very cool character. And the character interacts with people from that time period.
Oh.
So you could have had Yusuke in the game, and nobody would have given a shit. Nobody would have cared. I guarantee you. But they were
no care at all.
Nobody would have given a shit. And what we got was instead they were like, we're going to do this, and this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. And that is blown up in their face repeatedly. And not to be offensive to the Japanese or anything like that and stuff like that, but they have taken this so fucking hard, and they have gone basically batshit insane. Where, you're looking at this and you're like, okay. And they're like, no, this is offensive to me, and this is a personal... This is essentially what happened is Ubisoft basically turned to them and just called them Latinx.
Okay.
And that's how they're acting. They're like, this is just, I feel deeply offended. This has gone so bad to the point of where Nihon University has launched an investigation into historian and Nihon professor Thomas Locke, who deleted his entire social media presence.
Huh.
Thomas Locke appears on Ubisoft's podcast for Assassin's Creed Shadows and was widely cited and edited revisions of Britannica and Wikipedia as an authority on the claim that Yusuke was a samurai. He was later accused of using an alt to edit Wikipedia to promote his own books and papers.
That guy's a piece of work.
Oh, it gets better. Because this guy basically, like, so the actual history of Yusuke is that he was a sword bearer for Noronabu. That is the actual history of him, and he was never really a samurai. He might have had the title of samurai, but he was not actually a samurai. He basically just like carried around this guy's sword and helped him out in ways that was possible. Mighty Keith is probably going to accuse the Nihon University as being a bunch of racist grifters now. The other thing that happened is the Japanese government started looking into Ubisoft.
I love it when a government gets into it.
It's so insane that this innocuous video game character.
I mean, like, it's, I don't know, it kind of brings into light of like how they want their history portrayed and shit. So yeah.
There's nothing really wrong with how the Japanese are acting. The problem is that this is coming from the group of people who kept on screaming, "Stop Asian hate." That's the irony here. And I don't know. I'm a little bit weirded out.
Huh.
Because this is a story where it's like, you should probably, like, you should consult multiple sources. You should consult multiple sources. You should really consult multiple sources when you want to do this.
Yeah.
This isn't wrong, but consult multiple people.
Although I think I remembered the Assassin's Creed game where I think it was, what was the one where it was like the Native American and the
3.
Was that 3?
Yeah. And then it directly tied into Black Flag because the guy was the brother of the Black Flag guy.
Okay, because wasn't in that one the Native American background for one of the like the main character you're playing? I think the story goes is that fucking Ubisoft would try to double check with a again professional, quote unquote, and they're like, all right, we got all of our facts and everything, cool, we're gonna put this in the game. And once it came out, everyone's like, what? The actual Native Americans went, what the fuck is this shit? Like it was just like, you could have not just like looked up another book and see if he said it was correct or anything. Like like, oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, apparently they don't have a history of not double checking anything they do.
Oh, Flintlock is also dead. That they died. They're dead.
Who's that?
Sweet Baby Inc. game that killed them. But carry on about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is just, I don't want to say horseshit, but the fact that this has happened twice, and the second time is the clusterfuck. kind of interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Well, like the thing that insults me is like there was a leak that came out really recently about how the original idea for Assassin's Creed Japan. An original idea of Assassin's Creed Japan was a lot cooler than the current idea for Assassin's Creed Japan.
And
it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be an assassin You're gonna be like a samurai who becomes an assassin. I was like, oh, okay. And Noronabu died. Oh, okay. It was gonna cover that entire like span of Japanese history.
Ah.
And like they went with this. And it's like, okay, cool. I hope this is good. And the funny thing is like nobody actually gives a shit about the actual assassin in the game. Because the actual assassin in the game is actually a small assassin who's a woman. Nobody gives a shit about that. But that game fucking is going to die horribly. And speaking of dying horribly,
there was Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond set that came out.
Oh no, Josh.
Basically, here's the skinny on the whole set that came out. So, before I may have talked about a Magic Gathering set that had boosters that only had 3 packs in it, and all that set also had collective boosters of like 5 or 7 cards in it, and it was just basically you're paying a hell of a lot more for a hell of a lot less, and a lot of people did not like that set. It was the god awful worst idea Wizards tried to pull over our eyes and go, this is great, isn't it? And we all just went collectively, no, this is not good. This is terrible. And it went over so terribly that they're like, we cannot do this ever again. But the funny thing is that the way the Wizards work, they work things in advance, like years in advance. So when Beyond Boosters or I think it was not Beyond Boosters, I think they were called like Epilogue Boosters, but they were tiny and they're small and whatever. Everyone hated it because you paid so much for so little. Because Assassin's Creed was a set a little too far along on the development wheel, they're like, oh shit, we can't fix this. We can't fix this problem. So what they tried to do is pump more cards into the set to try to help it sell a little bit. But even then, that didn't fucking help the set. It's still terrible.
I think this set sounds like as if it needs to be shot in the face, killed,
yeah. In fact, I got a page of the advertising page of what's like, oh, this is the boosters. This is what's going to be in the boosters and all that junk. And if you buy these Beyond boosters, not even the collector boosters, you're getting 7 cards in the booster. Like, it's like, yeah, you get a rare and plus some other cards as a bonus, but that's an if. And, and there's also a special print sheet where they have bonus cards in the print sheet and stuff like that. But other than that, the whole set is like, okay, this is kind of cool, but but the whole set is like, the whole set is pretty much, this is kind of cool, but oh my god, like you pay so much for so little. That's what people really freaking hate about the whole set.
I just feel like as if, this is my personal opinion, that this entire thing of like Universes Beyond, like, is Wizards running out of ideas?
Here's the funny thing. You say that, but it's like this company has been around for 20 plus years, and it's hard to say you're running out of ideas when you can literally make a D&D campaign all the fucking time, like in different settings and different places and different whatever. So the thing is with Universes Beyond, I can see this as a big positive with doing Universes Beyond, because it's like, oh, how did they not fucking do this back in the fucking late 90s, late 2000s of like adopting other IPs to come into Magic the Gathering? Because like it's been itself for so long, and it's always been about itself for like, again, 20 plus years, 25 plus years. That it's like, man, I'm surprised they never did this idea of like just shoving, oh, let's put Ninja Turtles on cards, let's shove Transformers on cards, let's shove fucking what else has been on the cards? Transformer, like the Lord of the Rings set, which is actually really popular in Modern because there's like 2 cards that are broken as fuck. Like it's a good idea, like in general. It's just that at the same time, I just think the way they're implementing it and the way that they're legal is just kind of fucking things a little bit. Just fucking things a bit.
Just feels like as if they could be doing it a lot better.
Yeah, and also them just pumping out set after set after set after set. Before there was some breathing space between sets, and because there was that breathing space, everyone get to like, you know, absorb the lore, absorb the ideas of the set, absorb, you know, oh, this color identity from the set means like, oh, this group of people in the set are all about, you know, resurrecting zombos, but turn out they're like the good guys because you can see it in the artwork or whatever. And it's just like, oh, you can get to absorb all of that. Now, because they're pumping out so fast and so furious, it's like you could maybe get a glimpse of what their idea was before it's gone.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, next set, time for next set. Like,
next set, bitch.
Yeah, next set. So yeah, like again, Wizards have said themselves that they're not ever doing the epilogue boosters or the beyond boosters ever again. And it's just like the reason why this set came out the way it is, it's simply because it was just too far long. They couldn't shove it into anything, so they had to release it by itself.
I don't want to be mean to Wizards of the Coast.
No, I'm mean to them all the time. So,
well, like I gotta ask: is this a Wizards of the Coast issue, or is this an Assassin's Creed issue?
I think this is a Wizards of the Coast issue because it's not the IP's fault that all of their shit is kind of just hitting the fan. It was Wizards of the Coast thinking that smaller boosters for the same amount is going to be a good idea.
Is that shrinkflation? Can we call it that?
Literally shrinkflation.
Holy shit.
Literally, that's what everyone kind of pointed out. It's like, how did you think smaller boosters was better? And also, I'm sure like manufacturing cards is not a hard thing to do.
Holy shit. They're literally doing... Wow.
Like,
that's amazing.
Because, like, here's another flip side of this. It's like, okay, so they're putting less cards and less boosters, and they're trying to, you know, pay the same amount. But then then some people go, well, what about the artists and the people develop the cards and yada yada? And it's like, sure, but at the end of the day, the cardboard is like fractions of cents.
This is on top of like all of the recent stuff about like the card quality being crap.
Yeah. I mean, funny enough.
Hold on. I want to clarify this. Not only are you given the pleasure of buying a worse product that is presumably cheaper to fucking manufacture.
Yep.
You are also given the luxury of getting less for that product.
Like they did try to help this set with putting in like really awesome reprints in it, which even I was looking at it going, wow, these are awesome reprints. But at the same time, it's like, you just wait for some other fucker to crack open a box. Then you get that single and that's it. Like you don't buy the box yourself. You fucking wait and then you get the shits.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is actually fucking amazing.
Like, it kind of sucks because it's like, I can see some of these cards and I'm like, oh, this is some neat ideas that they developed for this. But man, if it was dead in the water ever since they tried to do that beyond booster bullshit way with the last set they did.
Oh, I think
it was that epilogue set. Fucking, what was it called? It was after the... it was after when Phyrexia was trying to invade the whole multiverse bullshit. Okay. And they're like, oh, this is the epilogue after that whole shindig went down. And then you look at the set and you go, this is bad. This is so bad. And that went down smoothly, or like as you're choking down rocks and razor blades. Like, if no one liked it.
Yeah, okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah, again, this is a problem of Wizards of the Coast. Again, the set was too far along. They couldn't shove it into anything, so they had to let it go to die. And they're trying to do their best to make this set not to be fucking limping along to the finish line. So they put in some reprints in it, and that was the best they could do.
Can we talk about another thing that was limping along and needs to die?
What was it?
CrowdStrike.
I hear this name, and I still don't know what it is.
Oh boy, it's a security company, Josh.
Oh, right. I keep thinking it's a video game because the name sounds like a video game.
They're supposed to secure things.
Did they do it?
No.
Did they secure things?
But it's secured from you.
So, no, they secured from everyone, didn't they?
It's secured from everyone.
Good. That's what I want.
Even the people who use those services, it's secure from them too.
Is that good?
Okay.
I think that's good.
This has been the most infuriating thing ever. The most funny, like, oh my god, you have to be stupid. Levels of, like, complete ineptitude I have ever seen in my life.
Yep.
So, CrowdStrike releases an update. This update apparently killed every server it touched.
Every server it touched.
This update was literally caused by somebody doing referencing a null memory operator, which is a fucking if statement.
Huh.
Okay. I worked in an environment similar to this where the environment would go down, we would all get yelled at, and everyone would be basically on a call and trying to fix the fucking problem. We never did anything like this.
How everything just went down?
We tested everything. This looks like they never tested a jack fucking shit. Like, this is worse than everything this is worse than 95% of the news this week. Because this is a level of incompetence that is primarily coming from a large political donor.
Yep.
And they just killed 95% of services. The same week that Microsoft comes out and goes, hey, we're spreading our DEI assets to the wind. They're going away. They're not going to have as much power as they used to. This happens. It's like this is the perfect. It's like this comes after. Okay, and apparently the story gets even deeper because apparently this also happened the same week that they were laying off all of their QA staff.
Oh,
so it's like, so you release an update, you don't test it, and you ship it,
and you fucking brick everything.
Like, this was stuff that was like screamed at me by my boss because like I would be like, I finished a task. And he would go, did you test it? And I would go, no. And he would go, okay. Why are you telling me it's done? It's not done. Okay. Yeah. And then I would be like, and then I would test it and it would break. And he would go like, what did we learn? Don't say it's done when it's not done. What was the actual lesson you learned? Test shit. Good job, you idiot. That was the conversation.
Yep.
This is a guy who made me scared shitless in order to ship things. And like to prod. Because it was like, hey, if you ship this to prod and you bring down the game, you're gone. Like their entire DevOps staff should be fired.
Yeah.
The big thing that pisses me off is like their entire DevOps staff should be fired. Everyone in this company's QA department should be fired. A lot of software engineers, the software engineer responsible should be fired. Everybody, they just took down. This has been the largest IT outage of the entire year. Well, at least we have our Deadpool controller that we can look at and enjoy its ass.
Yeah.
While we wait for them to fix every problem.
Like, fucking, can't wait for them to.
If this comes out that this was a DEI hire, I'm done. I'm going into trades. I'm leaving the game industry. I'll sell my shares to Josh.
Oh boy.
Podcast is over. No fucking point.
Oh boy.
I have to deal with the idiots. I'd rather deal with the idiots while I fix a car.
I take all these shares. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what I can do with it.
That's a fucking joke. But yeah, no, like, at least we can look at the Deadpool ass while CrowdStrike fucking fires and rehires people and fixes their ass.
I wouldn't be surprised that a couple of government figures just walked in through their door and went, okay, so are you actively doing things better now? Yeah? Yeah? Are you?
There was a suggestion made to their entire company by men holding M16s.
I just like to think like high-end government like people just walked in through the front door, had like, we got a meeting at 1. Oh yes,
yeah.
right to the left. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just walked in.
And it's just with it's the CEO and the board, and the CEO is just like, and they just go. They slide a picture over, and the CEO flips the picture over, and it's a picture of JFK. And it's like, yeah, this happens again. That will be you.
I just think, man, I'm also thinking of like, man, every IT professional just went, what the fuck happened?
So the part that actually kills this is every IT professional's personal. There's a security practice that IT professionals follow. So like as a DevOps, like we tend to be like a little bit more aggy-dacky.
Yeah.
We can do a lot of stuff pretty easily. CrowdStrike is a kernel level running program, okay?
Oh.
This program, this outage might be the illustration of why kernel level should not be allowed.
Yeah.
Okay. IT administrators. Okay, if you're running a laptop and you're not a local admin, you can't fix the computer. So for some people, like me, who worked IT, you would have to ship the computer to me, and I would have to fix it. If I'm a help desk employee and I'm tasked with this, I'm fucking walking out the door and I'm saying, fuck this shit, I can do something else. Because that's a fucking undertaking. So that bites them in the ass. The final thing that bites everyone in the ass, and this is the stupidest thing in the world, is like, in order to actually, you could probably automate and run a test. You could probably automate and run a pipelines task in order to actually fix the problem. But the fact that they didn't fucking test it kind of defeats the purpose of that. Because that is the reason why CID or CI/CD exists.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the DevOps fucking spectrum of developers exists. That's the sole fucking reason. So I don't know. I'm gonna apply there. Try to get a job. They're hiring.
Maybe. Yeah. Like they're probably hiring.
They're probably hiring.
Yeah.
I'll just, when they ask what made me apply, I'll be like, well, you see, there was this outage. And it pissed me off. And I want to make sure that never happens again. Because I will kick the door screaming and yelling and fucking to make sure it doesn't fucking happen.
Yes.
But yeah, the Deadpool controller came out. You can get a controller with a butt.
Yep. Now, as a positive, it is detachable butt. You can separate the butt from the controller.
You can 3D print really weird things for it.
You can, like, because
like
this magnet has
holder.
Yeah, or like cup holder.
A cup holder.
Another butt.
Another butt. You can make a Scarlett Johansson controller.
You can make Martha Streisand controller.
A Martha Streisand controller. That's really cool.
Mecha Martha Streisand controller.
You can make a Kyle Gass controller.
You can make
or a Jack Black controller.
Or you can make put a gun on it.
Speaking of Kyle Gass and Jack Black, Tenacious D is dead.
Supposedly. Unless they're just going to take it as like we're going on vacation and then come back later.
They canceled the tours. Every single one of their fucking venues was like canceled after that comment. Jack Black unfollowed Kyle Gass on Instagram.
Huh.
Tenacious D is dead as Kyle Gass wished on a fucking. It was a small gig. They were doing a birthday cake to Kyle Gass, and Kyle Gass said, "Don't miss Trump." Right-wing cancel culture is now becoming a thing.
It's like
you have a nuanced response.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how you can cancel these guys for being comedians in the first place. So
I mean, my opinion on this is that the words "too soon" come to mind.
Probably.
It's like when 9/11 happened and George Carlin pulled a special. Because he said, "Man, I wish somebody would fly 2 planes into the Twin Towers," and then it happened.
And then he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have wished that."
15 years. It took like 15 years for that special to come out.
Yeah, special that he wished and it happened,
and it did happen. And it's like it was a week. It was like not even like a week. So I understand why he was dropped by like his tourism agency. You have libs of TikTok running around being like getting a bunch of people fired from their jobs, which is fucking really weird.
Turns out it's really easy to fire people from their jobs.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like as if this is a system that was set up years before and should have never been set up. You had John Carmack and Sam Hyde commenting on it. It's weird, man. I don't know if I'm okay with it. I shouldn't say that. I don't think that this is a good thing, but I'm happy that there's accountability. And the only thing I wish is that I wish that Kyle Gass had simply said, after all he had to say was, I just wish people could get along. And I would have been like, hey man, everyone would have been like, the story would have been like a lot more positive and people would have been a lot more happier. But I'm going to read what John Carmack said. And then I'm going to read what Sam Hyde said, and then I'm going to read what John Carmack said, because I think what John Carmack said actually is a lot better and more productive. But Sam Hyde said, "These people spent the past decade proving they are unredeemably ugly inside." I agree with that. "And they won't relent until they can make you feel some semblance of the pain and bitterness they feel every day towards God for making them fucked up freaks. There's no recollection. We are not gleeful, and we are not out for blood. We just know that we cannot live with these people anymore. Period." I don't think that's productive.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody who You know what? Like, I'm just gonna be honest for fucking a couple seconds. Like, a lot of people have been doing that, and that's not fucking okay.
Mm-hmm.
Calling somebody ugly inside because they have a different opinion than you is not okay. But like the thing that we're seeing now is that people are celebrating somebody almost fucking dying, or celebrating somebody dying. That has never been okay. It literally takes no fucking effort to just say nothing. I know that you have no opinion about this, but I'll say what John Carmack said. He says, "I'm sad to see the glee that comes from some on the right. I'm sad to see the glee that some on the right have at the opportunity to deploy cancel culture over post-assassination attempts comments. I mean, I'm a little sad. I don't think Kyle Gass deserved to get dropped by his agent."
Yeah, I have a feeling that both Jack Black and Kyle are still friends, and they're probably still communicating with each other. It's just that now they're just like, oh, it's on the down low. Like, it's gonna be on the down low.
I think that's a far more. I think that, like, you're taking the far more opportunistic route. I'm taking the far more doomer route.
Because, like, at the end of the day, I can see this be like, I don't know, maybe a year or two down the road, they're both being spotted eating ice cream coming out of a fucking parlor or something.
That would be actually pretty awesome.
And then, like, people trying to make a stink about, but he did a thing, and then they both go, what?
Well, like,
whatever.
Here's the thing: whenever cancel culture happened, that person always did come back.
Yeah. So it's like, I see this being like a long break before they do anything.
All cancel culture did.
I bet they're going to work on work on another album, release it within that time frame or something.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, like, this is not the end of the world. This is just like, oh, we're just going to make another album again, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is not doom gloom. This is more of like, these people are fucking weird, aren't they? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Josh, you played a game, though.
I finally played a game.
Oh, did we talk about Genshin racism? Yeah, Genshin fans are taking swatches of characters and then doing the Family Guy color swatch test. It's really fun.
God, I find that so stupid.
It's literally the dumbest thing in the world, because it's like wow, there's a word for that. The joke is literally there. It writes itself.
It's just so stupid. It was like, my God.
Because, like, for people who don't understand the fucking joke, the joke was that, like, Peter was driving a car and looking like an Arab, and in order to check and see if he was a terrorist, they were comparing his color. The joke was literally a jab at the American government over racism concerns. And now they're doing it. But anyways, talk about Fashion Police, please.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about the Fashion Police, and their basis. It's a big, there was a big spike in boomer shooters that came out. They're all in either style of Quake or Doom or what have you, and they have their own take on the idea. In this one, you can tell it's in the style of Doom because of the way that everything looks and how it plays. But this time, it's this own take is, what if you are part of the Fashion Police? And it's in Fashion Police Squad, you basically go around finding people that are not part of the dress code and just start shooting away at them with a paintball shotgun a tailor, one of those sewing machine, like a classic sewing machine, that has been turned into a gun. So you're shooting this tailor machine at this fucking people to tailor make their suits that are way too baggy. And there's another weapon I haven't got yet. But so far the game's been slowly unlocking different alternate fire modes and stuff like that for when you get interactions with certain people. Example, with the shotgun, you have the main fire. It shoots like a shotgun and plays like a shotgun, but your alternate fire has a light beam shooting out of it. And you go, what the hell does that do? Well, it turns out certain people and objects, they will glow like crazy. You can sap the extra color energy to add to your shotgun. So the next time when it fills up and you start shooting off with your shotgun, it will just clear a fucking mob of people. It's really fun to use. And then the next gun you get is the tailor, like the sewing machine minigun. And the sewing machine minigun is basically like, oh, if someone is wearing too baggy of clothes, you pull this out and you start to like make their baggier clothes tighten up on them so it fits better. And it's kind of hilarious because a lot of the foes that you're fighting, they're also saying stuff at you, and a lot of the stuff they're saying is like, corporate bullshit. So they're just like, I have a meeting at 5, and they start throwing briefcases at you as you're trying to shoot them to make them look prettier.
This game sounds gay.
It's actually pretty fun. And
I'm going to play it in the next week.
Like, yeah, actually, what is it? Is it on sale at all? Not really.
I will play it while listening to the Boogie 2988 Medicare stream.
Oh boy. It's actually, it says here $25 Canadian.
Well, Josh, if you buy that for me, I'm pretty sure I won't care.
Pretty sure I won't. I don't know what I'm feeling.
Too straight to give a shit.
But here's the thing. I stopped at the point where I was going to unlock grappling mechanics for the belt I just unlocked.
Oh, I've seen this game.
You have seen this game?
I have seen this game.
And yeah, like those trailers, they do show like, oh, this does look like a fun shooter. In fact, like it is a shooter that like, oh, this is like fun and like, kind of stupid, and don't think too hard and just shoot the people with bad fashion sense.
Just put bullets in their head, okay?
No, you tailor their suits.
Oh, that's even worse. Why would anyone want to tailor a suit?
Or you make the tourists look with the socks and sandals, and you make it so that they don't have socks and sandals.
You make them look fabulous.
Exactly. Also, you get there's a move you can do if you have. There's a couple meters going around in the game, and one of the meters is your fashion meter. I'm not sure what it's called, but once you get it up to like 100%. You get to unleash it whenever you want to with Q. And then you get to whip out the hand of... what would they call that hand? I think it's called the fashion hand or something. And you just run up to people like you're doing teleportation to people when you have your crosshair over them. And you're going up to them and you're slapping fashion sense back into these people.
You have to... Sorry, honey, that top does not go with your outfit.
And you hear a big echoing slap of like, and you got fashion back in you.
Oh, sorry, hon. So, Josh, I got a question then.
Yeah.
Do you think that would have helped you prevent you from robbing a Walmart?
If I had better fashion sense or worse fashion sense?
Oh, better.
See, there's a double-edged sword to that. If I had really good fashion sense, people would just be like, wow, this guy's good looking.
Yeah.
I would just be the thumb out of the crowd.
Have so much money, Josh.
If I was terribly looking, people wouldn't bat an eye.
I mean, people didn't bat an eye. That's the question. They actually were like...
we'll just leave this window bright red and walk away.
For those who don't know the story, Josh one time told me a story about when he had a Mega Charizard hat on, and he goes to Walmart.
So here's the funny thing: it's like my clothes always have like a design on the chest of the t-shirt.
So
I'm
like
wearing
Josh looked like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I look like a huge nerd.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with being a nerd, okay? Unless you're a girl.
And I was buying some shit. I forget what I was buying.
And have a massive rack. If you're a girl and have a massive rack, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to wear shirts with patterns on them. I don't make the rules. What?
Anyway, I was buying something at Walmart, and the guy who was trying to help me get a deal on the thing that I was trying to buy, he just was like, just looking at the screen and like trying to figure it out, and then he walked away at the last steps of finishing his job. But as the screen still was bright reds telling the person, "Don't leave the screen open, you dumbass." And it just said the words on the screen, "Enter fucking discount." So I'm like, could I just enter more discount on this? Could I give myself negative discount and give me money?
Yeah. Josh could have robbed Walmart.
I coulda. But although pretty sure the way the process works is that there has to be double checked at each step.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think, even if I did fucked around with that, it's not going to work.
Oh, it would have been funny. It would have been hilarious.
Maybe if I bet there's an alternate universe where I did fucked around with that. And I was like, oh, something went wrong. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And the guy came back. He's just, makes it go through. And I go, oh, thanks. I just walk away. I'm like, did I just make $500? Like, did I just make $500?
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, I think you did.
Oh, that's alternate dimension Josh.
Alternate dimension Josh is like, I don't want to tolerate this guy's shit.
It's like, well, the evil took over, and then alternate dimension Josh just was like, oh, okay, let's see how far can I push this?
Alternate dimension Josh is like a Trump supporter. He has a beard.
He has a beard, yeah, a good-looking beard.
He makes fun of me for playing Baltech.
Probably.
And it's like, yeah, I work out like 8 times a day, by the way, bro.
Oh, God, he would be so buff for no reason. It would just...
He is like Duke Nukem. And I don't know if that's an insult or not. But he would basically be Duke Nukem.
Basically.
Yeah. Alternate dimension Jeff is probably just I don't know. It's hard to become a bigger asshole than I already am without, like, murdering people. For fun. So, we're already off on, like, a really good really good stretch, so...
Really good.
Yeah. This requires workshopping. We have to workshop this. These alternate dimension characters. Because
so he has a beard.
Alternate dimension Jeff is actually nice and good. He hasn't had his hope beaten out of him.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has hope in him. He I don't know. Is our alternate dimension selves more outgoing?
Mine's probably.
I think mine would be like he actually works out and that's his hobby.
Yeah.
So therefore, yeah, he does the workout thing.
He has like a girlfriend and like 8 kids.
Yep. And then he hates life and he drinks a lot of beer.
No. I played a game today. I think I hate it, though.
Oh.
Okay. Calling it a game is actually not true. I played a demo.
Oh.
And I hate it. It is probably one of the worst games I've played in a while. but I played a game called Mech Builder, and it's crap. And basically, you assemble PNGs, and those PNGs are supposed to represent kits. And it's like it's interesting because somebody's like worked hard on this game, and it's like, oh, it's meant to capture like this weird thing. It's meant to be like PC hardware where you build like weird kits and stuff like that. That's kind of cool, but it's like it's just so mediocre how you do it. It's not at all like the actual thing. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. And yeah, I don't like it. I played the demo. I think it's well made. I don't think it's that bad, but it's like it's a Unity game, and it feels like a Unity game. And yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I beat the demo and I was like, I don't want to play this again.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have much input on it other than like I think you said what you said pretty much hits a nail on the head of that game. It's just yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, I can't talk about the other games I played this week because they're all adult oriented, and I'm trying to not talk about adult oriented things. So,
oh my god, the boobs are so big.
Yeah. Let's not talk about tits and ass.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass, tits.
Oh, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. X Naruto.
It's a thing.
It's real.
I want Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering cards so badly.
You heard him, Wizard.
So badly.
You heard him.
Funny thing is, a lot of people I talked with about like, I want Ninja Turtles cards so badly, and they're like, so what? 4 Ninja Turtle cards with the ninjutsu? And I'm like, no, each one will be absolutely different from the other because they're all 4 not related brothers, supposedly. So this be like, one could be like he's all about blitzing, another one could be all about being sneaky and probably having unblockable creatures or some shit. The other one can make artifacts and give them buffs somehow. And then the other one could be like, oh, he's a cool party dude, so he brings out other creatures to help him fight.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Like, it writes itself! Like,
that unironically sounds like a good idea.
Like, it writes its fucking self. And then another cool thing is, like, they could even attach the words partner to fucking the card, each one of these stupid cards. So you can make it so, like, oh, I have 2 of the Ninja Turtles in my command zone if you wanted to.
They could also do it. They could also do it in such a way where, like, you refer to other Ninja Turtle characters, like Shredder.
Yeah, he would definitely be Black Blue.
Yeah, like
and then Master Splinter.
Yeah, Stockman.
Yep. Freaking who else? Oh, there was Shredder's daughter. I forget her name.
Karai.
Yeah, like she'll be white, blue, black, maybe green.
Probably green. No, Karai would probably be red, I would think.
Oh, probably. Because like they're all it's when you're showcasing ninjas, you gotta be like try to somehow showcase their strengths and their personality. Mm-hmm. So with her, it's like kind of back and forth between either red, black, white, or red, black, blue.
Yeah, but she's like. Like Shredder, like it makes sense. Shredder being, but like that just kind of writes itself. This Naruto shit.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Okay, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has become suddenly very popular by a lot of people who are like, hey, you should look into The Last Ronin. It's really good.
Because The Last Ronin is basically the ultimate. The Last Ronin basically is like what happens if all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles die. So like, you have Ralph Aiel. He's dead. He killed Karai. That was how he died. And like modern comic books is like they're either really good or really hit or miss. The Ninja Turtle stuff right now is like really good. So they're doing this, which is like really weird because it's like why would you do this? I mean, I guess Naruto makes sense and stuff like that since Naruto is like really popular. And all we have is a cover, and it's like the old school Naruto that everyone gave a shit about and was like, hey, this is really popular.
Yep.
But it's Naruto. So, I
don't know.
You have people like me who are like really bitter and they're like, I don't want this.
I don't know. It's like when there's ever a crossover video game coming out, or a special guest character has been released for a current fighting game, and you go, who's the special? What do you mean by special guest? Who's the special guest? And it turns out it's like, oh, it's guy from Tekken in Street Fighter. And you're like, wait, what?
What?
Huh?
Takuma?
How did you? It's kind of the actually in Street Fighter 6 currently. It's 2 characters from SNK are showing up. So, and it's Terry Bogard and Mai.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is like, oh, guess the good little boys are gonna get my character in Street Fighter 6. Fucking old reference.
Old school reference.
No, it's an old reference to what was it? The developer for Smash Brothers, Sakurai.
Sakurai.
Yeah, it's because back in all the way back in his interview of like talking about SNK characters that could have showed up in the game, and he picked Terry Bogard, and everyone's like, "Well, what about Mai?" And he's like, "Only good little boys will get Mai," and I'm like. He probably could have put it in there because there's too much boobs.
He was probably like, well, we have Bayonetta. She fills the boob quadrant.
I mean, you could still put Mai in and cover the boobs and still be fine.
Right, because okay, so now that suddenly that makes sense. Because I'm like, yeah, I was like, oh my, I think that's the ninja girl. I'm not a huge SNK guy.
Literally, there's a meme behind Mai, and it's the no Mai, no buy.
No Mai, no buy? What?
So, because in every SNK game, when you pick Mai, her boobs are just fucking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, her boobs are flip-flopping all over the place.
Okay.
And so when the characters were getting dropped and like getting in current SNK games of like characters are getting in and figuring out who's getting into the games, whenever Mai isn't present, a lot of people just kind of start chiming no Mai, no buy. So it's like you can't get away from people's cheesecake. You cannot get away from that.
It's like Stellar Blade, but worse.
Oh God!
I want to see Josh play that game so bad.
I play it and I go like, oh, is she naked?
Boobs.
Is she naked? Why are my pants off? Oh no!
What the hell's going on here?
Why's my pants off?
I don't need a conversation with your dad again about like lineage things.
Where's my pants?
Jeff, you know how you lent my son an Xbox? Yes. He was doing something with it. Oh, God. To be clear, that wasn't Josh who sent me that Josh's dad who sent me that message. It wasn't even Josh's family who sent me that message. And Josh isn't the person who has my Xbox right now.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah. But stay tuned, as I'm going to surely be told about the wonders of the newest EA Sports game. that I honestly cannot give a crap about. But yeah, is that a podcast? I think that's a podcast.
I think that's a podcast.
I think we talked about dick jokes way too much on this podcast.
I think we talked just the right amount of BP jokes.
I think Josh talked too many dick jokes. But thank you everyone for listening to Black Man Games podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmangames.podbean.com. I'm going to take my dog for a walk and fucking suffer through this heat.
And I'm going to try to fall asleep.
Yeah. Do you have AC in your house?
We got central air in the house.
Ooh.
So it's all the air in the house is cold. You can actually feel the temperature difference going from the outside and going inside the house. And you're like, oh, this feels good.
Mm. Okay.
It's great. It's great.
All right. Well, have a good night, man.
Yep.
Thank you, listeners, for listening to Black Man Games Black Man Games podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmangames.podbean.com. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting of choice. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, listeners. Have a good night. Bye.
It wasn't staying just like any other. Systems running smooth, no need to hover. CrowdStrike pushed an update. Overnight, we woke up to a world without light. Servers went down, alarms went wild. It didn't run in no time for denial. Users shouting chaos on the floor. Who knew of no memory could cause this much uproar? Oh, CrowdStrike, what have you done? You turned our workday into a run. A no-memory operator, it seems so slow, but now our systems are starting to fall. Emails bouncing, calls not going through. We scramble for answers, we haven't a clue. Code reviews and logs, we dig through the night, searching for the bug that caused this fright. Coffee cups empty, eyes bloodshot red. Our office feels like a war zone instead. CrowdStrike's intentions, they were so pure, but now we're left with systems unsure. Oh, CrowdStrike, what have you done? You turned our workday into a run. A no-memory operator, it seems so slow, but now our systems are starting to fall. Oh, CrowdStrike, what have you done? You turned our workday into a run. A no-memory operator, it seems so slow, but now our systems are starting to fall. Hours turn to days, but we won't give in. Patch by patch, we start to win. CrowdStrike admits they'll make it right, but the scars of this battle stay in sight. They sent us a gift card, $10 for our pain. But when we tried to use it, it was all in vain. Invalid code, more frustration to bear. Just another glitch in this digital nightmare. Oh, CrowdStrike, what have you done? You turned our workday into a run. A no-memory operator, it seems so slow, but now our systems are starting to fall. So here's to the warriors behind the screens, fighting the bugs, fulfilling dreams. May our systems run true and updates be sound, and never again let no memory bring us down.
What else happened? Deadpool controller came out.
I thought the butt will be like a pillow.
I want it.
You want it.
I want the Scarlett Johansson version, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the, I don't know. The butt is detachable, apparently, on that controller, so you can actually use it as a proper controller.
But then what's the point?
So you put the butt back on and then go to your friends and go, oh, I got the butt controller. I think that's the point.
That's lame.
Hey guys, I got the butt controller. Can you remove the butt? Why would you want to remove the butt?
That's entirely the question.
Can you remove the butt? Yes, you can. You can remove the butt.
But I don't want to.
Actually, it's funny because it has magnet points on the back of that controller. So you could theoretically make something else go there. So if you can like measure out like how that butt detachment attaches,
I'm scared.
and 3D print another attachment on the back of that, you could have some.
That might be the most scariest thing you've said. It's already bad enough that like we're already talking about a butt on a controller. Like that's kind of like up there in degeneracy territory. It sucks because I don't have a beer that I can drink because I'm semi-alcoholic.
Oh no! Now your blood is full of alcohol.
It's not.
Oh,
It's not actually.
Oh,
I'm semi-alcoholic.
Oh.
But the fact that they put a butt controller, that's a lot. CrowdStrike killing every computer in the world. There was that.
That was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a funny thing is like, depending on your business, that you won't be affected. The only things affected is flight and fucking F1 apparently, which is weird.
And medical hospitals.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna say, what does that do? Is it just networking?
It's security.
And that's it?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad.
Kernel level. Addressing what is it addressing? It is addressing an empty it was a kernel level thing that was addressing an empty level thing.
Oh, I see. So they're like, oh, we're just gonna flip a switch here and make it work.
Yeah.
And then oops.
But to update it when it's in the state, you have to forcibly turn off, update the system, then work.
Yeah.
You can automate it, but that's going to take time.
Yeah, that'll take a lot of time.
A lot of businesses aren't just going to shit out a fix. They're not like CrowdStrike, which just shat out this update and bricked an entire world. They actually test their shit.
Huh. So how did this get passed?
I have no fucking idea.
Huh.
And then we got Thomas Lockey and him apparently killing Ubisoft.
Cool.
Yeah, white guy killed Ubisoft.
Cool.
Now, as a white guy, I have to apologize because, like, you know, this isn't me. This isn't us. We didn't do this. This isn't our fucking fault. This is somebody who fucking fell to the corruption of social justice and decided to make himself an idiot and go on claiming fame. But it's gone so bad to the point where Japan's, like, actually legitimately pissed. And just really pissed. And then we have today, where Joe Biden is out. Joe Biden is out.
I've heard of that earlier today too.
Yep. It's
You think with the COVID, he's like,
No, I think what it was I think it was the debate performance. And then they were like, "It's okay, Joe. We have a plan." And their plan was to shoot Donald Trump in the head and then put Nikki Haley in, and Joe Biden would have won instantly because nobody wants to vote for Nikki Haley worth shit.
Uh-huh.
And then that didn't happen, and they were like, fuck. Shit. And then it just became more and more obvious that, like, this isn't the play.
Oh, the guy that they hired didn't do a very good job, did he?
The stuff that keeps coming out about that story is fucking concerning.
Oh, frick. I mean, I just love how the entire Secret Service was bumbling around. Like, they pointed out that dude for like a minute and a half, and it's like, no one did anything?
No, it was an hour.
It was an
He was
hour.
going up and down a ladder. He went up and down a ladder 4 times. Went up on there with a rangefinder.
Ah.
And nobody was like, we should shoot the kid in the leg.
That's funny.
It's like the amount of stupidity there. And the best part is like you have guys now being like, hey, they did this. They did this. They did this. And it's just like, oh, God, this is just incompetence at the highest level. And like, oh, we also have to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Naruto.
Is that a thing?
That is now a thing.
Huh.
We will now have lesbians and girls who with severe mental issues, possibly daddy issues and mommy issues, into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Huh.
Also kids with Down syndrome.
God damn it. I don't think that, I don't know, like, the kids who like Nataro and Boruto and all that junk, whatever. You like what you like. Pretty sure you have ADD, but whatever. I think the people who like Ninja Turtles are not not of the spectrum, but I mean, anyone who's on any spectrum will like anything.
I liked Naruto when I was 12.
I thought it was neat, but then I was
thought it was cool when I was 12.
Yeah, what was the new thing?
Mm-hmm. But I grew up, and I don't think it's neat anymore. I don't attack people who like it, but I just make fun of people who like it. There, we'll say that.
I don't know how to spell Naruto anymore.
All I know is I saw the design. How I saw it was I saw a Razor Fist complaining about it.
Huh.
And he was like, his post was literally just Twitch. And I was like, oh yeah, he's upset. Because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like a really good brand.
Yeah. I'm still counting down the days. It depends how this crossover works, because right now I'm seeing a title page of it looks like the Ninja Turtles are in the Naruto universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's cool. They get, I don't know, some parallel dimension hopping and they get there. Like, I mean, that's been...
I just want them.
Yeah.
I want it... What I want is the Last Ronin.
Okay.
And what I'm going to get is we can't kill anybody. Killing's wrong. And it's like, oh, geez, for somebody who's a fucking naive child, that is okay. But for most of us adults, we just want to fucking understand the brutalness of life. And sometimes that killing is necessary. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
I want modern day Transformers where Optimus Prime rips off his arm, beats a Decepticon halfway to fucking death with it, and then it goes, you know what? I should put Megatron's arm on me. That seems like a good idea.
He slowly turns into the monster himself.
He beat a Decepticon to death with his own arm to save civilians.
All right.
And the civilians were like, what the fuck? Why the fuck did you do that? Don't fucking do this, Optimus. Why are you killing this man? Jesus fucking Christ.
Optimus, whoa. That's pretty, wow, harsh, holy.
So, like, things that I would do if I had money.
I mean, as time goes on, as I playing Magic the Gathering, and there's more and more crossovers with Magic the Gathering, I'm just kind of at the point of a wash of like, yep, that's a thing now. At the end of the day, it's like, well, whatever, I can still play my cards. Just once or twice, I'm going to look over the cross table. I'm going to see a guy with a Decepticon, and then he's going to have a Lord of the Rings card, and then he's going to play on top of that a what was it? The fucking, what's the name of that game? The ninja people and computers and going back in time. Ubisoft game.
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, there we go. Assassin's Creed.
Which also is on this top list.
Yeah. Fucking that. There's also an Assassin's Creed card set that came out. And it's not good. Not good in the slightest. Literally, if you're thinking about purchasing that set at all, just purchase singles. You're better off.
Yeah. Ubisoft's not having a good year.
Have they ever had a good year?
There was a couple of years back in the day when, like, Xbox, like the Xbox 360 generation, again, remains the best generation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of your modern day franchises of choice came out during then. I think Assassin's Creed was originally created by a woman, so.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, it's one of those. But that was, like, also the same generation of consoles where it's like, man, Xbox 360 is a really good console. It's really fantastic. It's really great, fantastic. Man, it needs an update.
Man.
And now it's they killed Desmond. They don't have anything really going on. And it's I have questions. I have a lot of questions, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Shall we sync the show, though?
Hold on. I gotta show you this giant red, white flying squirrel that's spotted in China. Oh, yeah, I put in the topic list. It's a red panda giant flying squirrel, apparently.
Oh, no.
It has red panda colorings, and it's a flying squirrel. Like, it's insane. Like, it's huge.
No.
Like, it's
There's
huge.
That is great.
It is great.
Oh, there's also an American Communist Party now. Woohoo.
Whoa.
I can't wait for them to commit genocide.
I can't wait for them to fucking die in a bunker.
Die in a bunker?
Yes. I don't know. Just go the way of the Hitler, I guess.
Makes sense.
What else? Oh, this week I could talk about, since I played a little bit of this game. It's the fashion. It's called Fashion Police, I think.
Is this the boomer shooter that's developed by a group of people who may or may not be gay?
Probably. I haven't looked into that. It's Fashion Police Squad.
Oh.
And
also the Halo TV show is dead.
Yep. Man, a lot of things are dead.
A lot of games.
A lot of things are dead.
Also, there's now Halo Combat Devolved for the Game Boy.
Diva. Oh, what do you know?
Yep.
What do you know? Does that play well?
Yep.
Oh. Wonderful.
Shall we sync?
Yes.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.